Now, let's understand the API interface member, how you can navigate and understand the API help page for any API interface member. I am here at the on the front page of API help. Now, you need to go to this SolidWorks API help, and here you find few namespaces. For example, solidworks.interop.sld works namespace, and there are few more namespaces like this. This this specifies the namespace the API interface belongs to. We'll go to that a little later. But before that, SolidWorks API functionality is contained within several namespaces are mechanisms for organizing program code and avoiding the conflict. Most of the API functionality discussed uh, is contained within the solidworks.interop.sldworks namespace. Okay. If I go to this particular namespace, then I can find several interfaces, and I can click here and then go to a specific interface, for example, I annotation, and this is I annotation interface, but let me pick up something else. Let me pick up I get annotations. Okay, and it says that it is absolute superseded by get annotations too. Why this is because with a version change in SolidWorks, sometimes they absolute some of the interfaces and create the new ones. We'll go to this get annotations too. Now here on this page, we see a get annotations to method. And to understand the which namespace this method is part of, we need to see the URL. This URL shows that solidworks.interop.sldworks. So this is the namespace. This is I annotation. This get annotations to method is part of this particular namespace. The member name in this case is get annotations to. Okay. And the interface to which it belongs to is I uh, I annotation view. This is the connection between the API member and its interface. The member here is get annotation 2 and it is part of the interface which is I annotation view. Now here you could see that this is a .NET syntax, and we do have the syntax for Visual Basic declaration, Visual Basic usage, C sharp, and then last C++. This particular line, it says that gets the annotations in this annotation view. This line describes the member get annotation to. This is an explanation of the API interface or the selected members functionality. Now talking about the .NET syntax. The .NET syntax region shows the prototype of a member. If there is a return value, the member is declared as function. And if the return type is declared, in this case, the return type is system.object. If there is no return value, the member is declared as a sub. I will show you some example of that as well. The parameters that are passed to the API member are declared within the member prototype with their data types. Now you could see that within this parenthesis, there are some parameters declared. For example, uh, dim expert only as system boolean. Let's have a look at the C sharp. Okay, so system bool is a type and this is the name of the parameter. Again, system is type, and this is the name of the parameters. The parameter section describes the meaning of the parameters. Here is the parameter section. This parameter section describes the detailed meaning of the parameters. For example, team expert only, it says true to get only team expert annotations, false to get all. At which value you should use for this parameter. Similarly, for unassigned in plane, true to get annotations on all plane, false to get annotations on all plane except annotations on unassigned planes. This is how you get it. And this return value section tells you what this API member is going to return. Is going to return the annotations. This way you can read the information on the member or interface page. And of course, no need to say that you will also have the relevant interfaces and member shown to you in See Also section. And this is the example section where you can see the relevant example where this get annotations to member is used. And in bracket here, you could see the example programming language. It is C Sharp, Visual Basic .NET, and VBA. We do have the example in three programming languages in this particular case.